Welcome to Free Roam, a podcasting side quest. I am Eric from Short Game Long Talk. I am sitting here after work and decided I wanted to talk about the Switch 2 because I bought one. If you're in the Discord, you know the story. I went to Walmart on launch day, didn't know it was launch day. I went to get air filters and I walked out with a Switch 2. So that was a very expensive chore run, but it worked out great. And I just wanted to record this because it's going to be a pretty short one because I honestly don't know where it's going to go, but I just wanted to kind of talk about the Switch 2 in general and how lukewarm I was on it until I had it. I didn't pre-order it. I didn't think anything of it really. I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool. I'll pick it up in September or fall when it's got more games to play, basically, and it's got a fuller lineup of games. And then it just kind of worked out where I happened to be in the right place, right time, and my local Walmart had 6 of them, so I got it. And I was also a little worried about the price going up and all that. And obviously, I bought Mario Kart World, started playing that with my wife, and it's been the most fun we've had playing video games in a very long time. We've had no complaints, really, for the most part. There's some improvements that Mario Kart World could easily make, and it's just like a little update here and there that could fix things. I'm very curious about where they go with Mario Kart World. Hopefully there's some free content updates with characters and whatnot. I think that'd be very, very fun. But I kind of wanted to just talk about how the fact that right now, Mario Kart World and the Switch 2 are the worst it's ever going to be, and it's just going to keep getting better. By that, I mean that it's just right now, there's one exclusive first-party game on the Switch. Most of the third-party games are either older games or are, if they're new, like Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4, are available everywhere. So it's not really feeling like a launch, but Mario Kart World is so good that I don't think it matters. And now recording this on June 26th, we're about, what is it, like less than a month away from Donkey Kong Bonanza. And boy, was I also very lukewarm on that game until the Nintendo Direct came out. And I watched half of it and was sold because I was like, you guys are showing too much. I got to stop. I need some surprises. And if you're looking for me to stream that game anytime soon, it's not going to happen. I've already chose... I've picked that game to be I'm going to play that game on the couch while my wife reads her books game for the rest of the year, and I'm very excited for that because it's going to be fun. And I'm very excited to see it like on the big screen. But we got that. Then Metroid Prime is sometime this year. Pokemon Legends ZA, which I mean, I know that's coming out on the Switch, OG Switch as well. But if the way Scarlet and Violet run is any indicator on what is going to happen when you play Pokemon Legends ZA on an OG Switch, I don't think that should be a purchase. I will let you guys in on a little secret, though. The best way to buy Switch games, Switch 2 games, Switch 2 versions of games, it's kind of pricey up front, but it does save you some money. If you buy a Nintendo voucher, which is $100 for 2 Nintendo Switch games, any games, you want to make sure that they are at least $50 or more. The best way to use it is probably to get like Tears of the Kingdom and something else, because you'll get like basically Tears of the Kingdom full price and another game for $30. But regardless, you can't use the vouchers on Switch 2 games yet. I'm sure you will eventually, and they'll probably be like $120 for those vouchers. But you buy the voucher, you buy, say, Pokemon Legends ZA, which you can buy the Switch 1 version of that game with that voucher, which I think I'm going to do because mine expires pretty soon. And then you buy the $10 upgrade for the Switch 2 version, and then you're Gucci. Like, you're good. And you can do that for probably Metroid Prime 4 as well. So if you're thinking about doing that, I would do it. Don't let Nintendo know. This podcast is small enough to where they're not gonna find out. But yeah, the Switch it's been fun. It feels like a great console. I feel like it's going to continue to get better, and I'm very excited to see like what they do, because we don't even know. There's rumors of another Nintendo Direct happening in July. There's slight rumors of an Animal Crossing announcement, but I feel like that's probably not going to happen. But we don't know what their like November, December looks like right now. I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna look up like their release schedule for the rest of the year, and I'm gonna find that there's not much else announced, which means there's going to be more announced. Okay, so it looks like the main ones are still, like I said, we got Metroid Prime later this year, and Kirby Air Riders was the other one, which I'm very excited for that. Kirby Air Riders is something that I kind of passed me by for the most part, because the GameCube kind of just missed me in general, and I'm very excited to get in on that. And then there's also another thing that until right now, I completely forgot, because Mario Kart World has just been so good that I haven't really had a reason to play anything else. I forgot the GameCube collection is just on there on the Switch 2, because I have the expansion pack, and I forget what games are on there. Give me one moment. Okay, so right now you have Soul Calibur 2, great fighting game with Link as the special guest character. F-Zero GX, which I've heard is great. I've never played it. Very excited to dip into that. And then The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, which if you really want me to stream that, I will, because I've never played it. I've played a little bit of it, but I haven't really played it. You know what I mean? So it's basically brand new to me. And honestly, that's a pretty good lineup. It's kind of crazy. It's only 3, but there's like so many they could add, and I forget what other ones they're adding. So let's see. There are more coming, but I would be curious what else is coming. So Super Mario Sunshine, that's cool. I have the anniversary, the Mario 3D All-Stars, like physical version of that game, so it's fine. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. That sounds dope. I'm excited to play that. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Very excited for that as well. And then Super Mario Strikers. This is incredible because I've heard nothing but bad things about the new Mario Strikers, so having this available should be very exciting. OG Luigi's Mansion. Cool stuff. They should have launched with that, as an homage, as that's the launch game for the GameCube, but whatever. Pokemon Coliseum. Also another game that missed me, and I'm excited to play that. Chibi Robo. Any Scott the Woz fans out there know that Chibi Robo was a very good game, and it kind of just didn't hit market stuff, and then they just kind of shoved it into other games, and it just kind of died. So it hasn't had a game since 2015, so maybe if this one garners enough attention, we'll get a true Chibi Robo game, because I've heard good things, and I'm excited to check that out. But that's all that's kind of announced right now for the Switch for the rest of the year, I think. But there's so much good that's going to come with the Switch 2 that I don't know. I just can't I can't be down on it, because it's going to get better. We're going to get remixes of the Switch 2 with like a Switch 2 Lite, which hopefully is much cheaper, and then I can justify getting that, because if Animal Crossing comes out, I'm going to need 2 Switch 2s, because gotta do my best to recreate the good times of Animal Crossing New Horizons with my wife. But yeah, I think the Switch 2 is going to be cool. What do you think of the Switch 2 so far? When this comes out, I think, let me see. By the time this comes out, it will be, I think, July 7th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let me double check. So this will actually be coming out July 21st. So I think Donkey Kong will be out by the time this comes out. So by the time this comes out, the Switch 2 will already have gotten better to support my my theory here that this is the worst the Switch 2 will ever be as I'm recording this right now. It's just going to keep getting better. Yeah, July 17th is when Donkey Kong Bonanza comes out. That is literally It'll be out for a week by the time you're hearing this episode. And yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna call an audible. I'm gonna put this out. I'm gonna put this out on July 14th. I think this is gonna come in. You'll see. You'll know when this episode came out. I don't know when this episode's coming out, but you'll know. You'll know. Because these free roams just gonna kind of show up every once in a while. And I have plenty of ideas. And if you have an idea for an episode, and maybe you would like to be on the episode, just let me know. They're just brief little chats. Obviously, the last one was much longer because it's just that was the whole Summer Game Fest. That was a lot. But if you have an idea and you want to chat with me for like, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes, let me know. I'd love to chat with you. And if the idea is, it clicks, then let's do it. But I can't really think of anything else. If you want to hear more about Mario Kart, and ways of, that some people are having, like issues with it. My only issue would probably just be that there's the open world feels a little barren. Not that there's not things to do. There's plenty to do, but there's not a point to do them other than fun, which it is fun. But if you're playing Mario Kart World and you're like gunning through it, don't. You're going to play this game for like 10 fucking years. Like, just take your time. You're going to get everything. Don't worry about that. But just doing a P-switch and getting a sticker doesn't feel great. I would prefer some kind of customization, but I don't know. If you want to listen to people kind of break down some of the issues others are having, Drop In Drop Out did a cool episode about issues they have with Mario Kart World and things they would like to change. But that's going to do it for this episode of Free Roam. If you like the episode, please, leave a review. Let me know what you think in the comments. If there's comments at Spotify, YouTube, you got comments there. Share it around with somebody who might want to listen to my thoughts on the Switch too. This is a nice little brief, like 15-minute episode. And if you're not already in the Discord, join the Discord. There's a invite in the show notes down below. All of our links to their socials for Short Game Long Talk, my personal socials, and twitch.tv/Mr. The Human Plays, all in the show notes. And if you would really, really like to support the corner of the internet as a whole, which is our little podcasting network, go listen to 70% Complete. Go check out Phil's new video on Fallout. It's a great one. It's all about what the most dangerous weapon in Fallout is, and you'll never guess what it is. And it's a good one. So go check that out, and I will see you guys for the next side quest. If you're still here and in the bonus, let me know if you liked that sign off. If not, I'll change it. But that's what I'm using for now. I didn't have a sign off last time, but now I do. All right, bye.